to see what the postman brought today. Local gossip, all of it uninteresting. Your order from Barnes' bookshop has arrived, Doctor.
Barnes insists on delivering the books to our door, even though we could easily walk to his shop. That's good
Another
service.
letter from Werner. I never reply, but they keep coming. I don't see the Strand. Where is it?
Pardon me?
I am on the precipice of uncovering a... A cactus spine. If it gets in your skin, it's awfully tricky to remove, and when laced with poison, the perfect assassination tool. You were mistaken, Dr. Watson. The paper was indeed dirtied, but not how you implied. It's potting soil. See, Watson? The conspiracy is real. Someone tried to poison me.
Poison? You? That's madness.
Get the Strand! Get your copy of the Strand here! Sorry, Mr. Holmes. I just sold my last paper.
Blast. Then why are you still here?
Boss pays by the hour. No sense in returning.
You're a bright child. I presume you see everything that goes on around here? Did you see what he was up to?
Nah, not really.
Which way did he go?
Not sure. I was distracted by customers.
Can you describe the man you saw?
He was carrying a lot of books.
All right. You earned your shilling. That'll be all.
Thanks, mister. Get the Strand!
From that Mr.
copy of the
Holmes'
Strand
murder?
here.
Yes, Barnes has his quirks, but he also has his scruples.
Not every pawn knows it's part of a game. Mr. Barnes, a word. Ah, for goodness sake.
Who's got...
Barnes doesn't seem like himself. Why is he acting this way?
You're asking the right questions, Doctor. Let's find a way to coax him out. The ladder is broken, recently, judging by the freshness of the wood. Basics of cryptoanalysis, cryptography in Egypt. It appears Barnes has an interesting hobby. An improvised stand, but it does make the flowers more visible. In the language of Mycroft's secret agents, it's a sign. Dried flowers are replaced when the job is done. I wonder who the recipient is. The finest view London has to offer. Encouraging people to stop and smell the roses?
Our national emblem. God save the Queen.
It must take patience and care to produce a bloom so beautiful.
I imagine so. I merely sell them.
Familiar spine? Is this what I found in my dustbin? The pot is damaged. The blow was severe, but softened by something.
Anything tickle your fancy, Mr. Holmes?
My condolences, Mrs. Fleming.
Mr. Holmes?
Your husband's death. You're clearly still in... One of these things is not like the other.
Come again?
What do you make of the flowers in Barnes' shop window?
Well, they could use a bit of...
Are you familiar with Mr. Barnes?
Yes. No, not really. Well...
I think perhaps I have been chasing shadows.
Do not despair, Mr. Holmes. Even the best of us make mistakes. We better tell Mr. Barnes what we've learned.
Mr. Barnes, I know what you did, and I know why you did it.
I'm sorry, Mr. Holmes.
You ordered a cactus from the plant catalogue and then left it... I couldn't read this morning's edition of The Strand.
Barnes, it's Dr. Watson. Rest assured we are not interested in...
As in most things in life, truth is the answer. Cease with the abstruse signals and anonymous gift. What is the worst that can happen? She rejects you, and you are freed from this...
That... Yes, you're...
So, at last, we return to the matter of the paper. Come, Dr. Watson. Let us put this matter behind us.
Farewell, Mr. Barnes. I hope to hear good news about...
Well, that was an utter waste of time.
An assassination did seem...
Not much further now.
Is this lousy attitude of yours because of my altercation with Inspector...
Have there been other disappearances lately?
Of course.
Why has the police department decided not to...
Now, I must be off.
Best of luck in your search.
You...
Tell me about Kimahir.
He's foreign.
When did you last see your servant?
Kimmy here, no...
May I see your servant's bedroom?
His shack isn't...
Is there any reason Kimahir may have left? Did Kimahir make off with anything of value? I take it this is the first time Kimahir has... All right, Captain. I think I have enough to get started. We shall first... Chewing tobacco. A shoe print, roughly size 11, with a worn-out sole. These are a workman's boots. Looks like a knee print. Someone knelt here. The amount of chewing tobacco suggests they were waiting a while.
Amazing, Mr. Holmes. To read the ground like an open book.
This lock is quite unusual. It appears that the key should be bent to the right. A scrap of Hessian. These were sturdy boxes. It would have required a serious blow to break them. Impressive. The sack of grain retained the shape of an impact. Someone hit their head here. A small navy spyglass. No air coming through it. Button chops, the remains of a meal. Heavy chemical odour. Lend me your nose, Doctor.
Ah, I'll never forget that smell after my time in Afghanistan. That's an opioid.
The ashes are long since
alcohol.
cold. A Maori nose flute. Ngurus, they're called. Clothes made of Hessian. Is Stenwick really so miserly? Is this a Taniwha, a Maori water spirit, or something else?
Either way, it's giving me chills.
The rag reeks of smoke. Someone plugged the chimney. I came across a pile of Hessian clothes in the shack. Are they Kimahir's?
Yes, I had to give him some.
Is this spyglass familiar?
I don't recognize it.
Could it be Kimahir's? The door to your garden has an interesting lock.
Yes.
Has Kimahir ever indulged in tobacco?
No. The...
Do you happen to know Kimahir's shoe size?
I wouldn't have the...
Could have left these tracks. They seem fresh. Someone moved a cart to this spot and then took it elsewhere. Can't see it anywhere in the garden. Surveilling from afar, the intruder waited for a window of opportunity. When Kimahir went to sleep, the man crept up to the shack and slipped narcotics down the chimney pipe, then blocked it with a cloth. Kimahir inhaled the sedative and fell into a deep sleep. The intruder tried to move him, but the man was heavier than expected. The intruder fell on the sack and dropped his spyglass. In order to transport the servant, he had to use the cart. The final challenge was opening the garden door. Luckily for our intruder, Kimahir had the key in his shack.
Remarkable. It makes total sense.
You'd best have found something by now, gentlemen.
I found the residue of narcotics in Kimahir's... I fear that someone may have spied upon Kimahir. You said that you checked the shack earlier. Did you know... I won't keep you in suspense any longer, Captain. Kimahir...
The point is, Captain...
Roy Soulsby. Could that be the name of our man? A strange substance. I have my suspicions based on the colour and consistency, But would you care to hazard a guess, Doctor?
Well, it's odorless, but from the way it absorbs water, I'd say saltpeter.
Then we're sturdy rope, professionally tied in a Portuguese bowline. This knot is often used by sailors to create a boat. Wheels picked up grass along the way. Kimahia's cart, I gather. A large pile of horse droppings. Many cigarette butts. Someone stood here for hours. There was a cab waiting here. Our abductor slipped in and then off into the night. The strand proved not so useless after all. The saltpeter accident. Doctor, do you recall?
The Port of London, of course. The footwear, the spyglass.
Indeed. We shall need to take a cab there.
Where to, Gav?
The Port of London, please. I will show you where to stop.